Hello and welcome to the second pilot episode of Survivor.io. That's right, the game got promoted. I got that chest plate, by the way, we'll talk about that. 2 rounds today, okay, daily event. Very easy for gold, and number 6, level 6, which I had some trouble with. I'll explain everything to you. First, let's take a look at things that are interesting here. Monster kill drop equipment doesn't happen too often. I didn't notice it too much, and this is pretty bad in my view, but I'd like to have this. Okay, so to do that you need to do I call them challenges, but they're trials, so I've been doing some of those. Okay, and the third one is fun because it's double bosses. So this is my gear, and this piece of equipment, I already had a purple chest piece, and I merged it with this to get this fantastic chest piece. I went merge, and in fact I went like this, right? But I had another one and they went together, and I got refunded whatever it's called, the tokens that you use to upgrade the equipment, and the gold. So we're gonna go merge all for a blue baseball bat. I expected that because I saw I had 2 green baseball bats. I can't try it yet because it's too low damage. I had trouble in level 6, as I said. I'll explain why. And the kunai is range and 72 damage, so I won't catch up to it, but it does have bleed. I'm interested in this because I'm often surrounded by mobs, and I like getting closer with the build that I came up with for now, at least. So I'll upgrade this for now, but I'll have to try to decide. But I don't like that kunai too much. Isn't that the starting weapon? I mean, this is just about time to replace this weapon. And the boots, you see the purple boots? I'll talk about them in the run. So now what I'll do is just upgrade a few things to make sure I succeed. I was pretty optimistic at that point. Yesterday though, I was pretty discouraged. Can't wait to tell you the whole story, but first let's upgrade the stuff. My initial idea was to only upgrade purple stuff, but now I have to upgrade everything to be able to do this stage. I had to cancel the previous run because I didn't have any of the items that I used for my build, so I'm going to show you the build that I came up with. I'm working on it. It's completely experimental. Unfortunately, I won't be able to get exactly what I want, and it doesn't really matter. What's unfortunate is because I'm gonna make it this time, right? And I failed several times. By the way, yeah, the drill shot, I didn't test it yet. I didn't test the drones either, but I'm gonna have to take a drone today, and I succeed. But is that because of the drone or the better equipment? You know, I don't know. So XP gain, I used to use it to evolve the kunai. One thing I don't know yet, and you can please let me know in the comments if you like. Don't be shy writing comments, leaving likes, and engage with the video, because I want to see if there's interest for a series in this. I'll talk about this a bit later. Yes, the kunai needs the XP thing to evolve. Is that the same for any weapon? So my baseball bat or any weapon, a shotgun, whatever, always the XP thing. It seems logical. I'm not sure. I'll find out on my own, but you can let me know in the comments if you like. You can also tell me what you think of my build. I'm sure there is a meta build somewhere. I don't want to look it up. Not for now, unless I really need to. Right now I'm F2P. Okay, so as we continue to progress, the early run, by the way, is not a problem. Where should I start? Let's start with a story that led me to this level. I did stage 2, okay. First try, but I had to use an ad to survive, to revive you. And then I made it. After that, I did 3, 4, and 5 in one go. One session, no problem. 3 and 4, I steamroll. 5, I made it pretty solid. Then I show up to 6 and I die at 10 minutes. I was like, oh, that's fine. I'll improve my stuff a little bit. But then I had all sorts of trouble in this stage. So now I wonder, is 7 going to be even more difficult than this, or is just 6 a little more difficult and then it goes a bit down. Like in many games, you know how difficulty goes up, but it's not really linear. Sometimes higher level is a little easier, things like this. I don't know. I say this because my initial plan was to make, if I'm gonna make a series on this, is to go full F2P. But I play many games, and it was so smooth that I said I can do this F2P so long as I log in every day and I'm diligent and patient. But then this level cast a doubt in me. I may have to put money in because I want to be advanced in the game to attract views. Okay, there's so many people making videos on this game. My hope is to appear on a big YouTuber page and people click on it. First video was a success, it worked. But I'm gonna have to stay ahead of the curve though. I can't be at like stage 8 in 2 weeks, you know what I mean? Next video should be probably stage 9 or something like that in a few days. Okay, or several days, half a week or a week, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna have to decide whether or not I go F2P or you know, I'm gonna call it pay to win, but I'm not gonna put that much money into it, but I might have to put money into it. I don't know. I'll know at stage 7, I'll know real quick. The format for the series would, the idea that I have, okay, would simply every few levels you get a run, because it gets repetitive, especially once I finish finding the build, the ultimate build that I want to use all the time, because I'm not done yet. I gotta test a bunch of things, like I said, drill for sure, and drones, as I said. Was there anything else? Well, the other things like the boomerang, the thing that spins around you, I don't like them, so I might not use that. So I'm maybe not that far from my final build. But how about the weapon? Is the baseball bat any good? Or maybe I need a shotgun or something like that, so I don't have a clue. It also depends on the drops. So the build, now things are fast because we're at ×2 speed here. So we got the Molotov cocktail, the force field, okay, and here I'm forced to use that drone, okay. But usually I use the thunder. I call it thunder, okay. I use the brick and I use the soccer ball because run speed, right? The brick, I do have, it's pretty cool, the brick, it turns into those weights that go in all directions, and also it gives me HP, yes. Something gives me regen. What gives me regen? Oh, it's the force field, yes. So it's a combination of offense, defense, and I had success up until here. Well, in fact, I will have success in this run also. But as I said, I doubt it's really my build the problem. Maybe it is. I mean, I would do slightly better if I had a better build. But I doubt, because I made no damage. After the second boss, I reached second boss really easily, okay? And second boss, I was doing very little damage. It was a long fight. I would dodge his bullets. I didn't care. I was able to kill it. But then I was not able to kill the mobs at all. I would get surrounded. You'll see that later today, in this video. You'll see that later where I get surrounded, but I'm more able to have space where I can move. But before that, that's the boss I'm talking about. You know, he has the homing shots where I have to move, then I have to stop moving and try to not get hit by the bullets he throws when he charges. With patience, it's not too bad, but there was a run where I had so little damage that I had to let him kill me. It took too long. So DPS was such a problem. That's why I don't use XP thing to evolve the kunai. Instead I use attack damage. Attack damage. Increased damage, okay? It's up to plus 50%, isn't it? So that's what I use instead. Because if I can't kill mobs, then I cannot level up, then I cannot get stronger. And since I've been doing that, it was better, it's been better. And I reached 13 minutes and something But then I get surrounded, and then when I'm surrounded, then there's an elite mob coming, pushing me towards the mobs. I run through, almost get killed, maybe I survive, then I get surrounded again. Not enough DPS, but now I do have enough damage. So I'm so curious to see stage 7, is it that much more tanky, the mobs? Or is it a one-off thing, a special level, level 6, a special wall, and once in a while there's a special wall. I can live with that. I could play F2P, I don't have a clue. Anyways, I would love to make a series on this. It's really fun to play. So it will be really up to you, okay? What I look at is likes, comments, subscriptions. I mean, they come naturally. I don't really look at them all that much anymore. It's really views, likes, and comments, you know. But of course, you can subscribe if you like to. But when I make a new series, I always ask people, you know, to engage with the video. I used to do it a little less, but I don't want to do it too much either. So for established series, I only ask for a like and a sub at the end of the video. But for new series, I don't have a choice, because I need signs that you want this. Like, there's a few series that I tried to initiate, and people were like, why don't you continue? Well, because nobody really engaged with the video. I didn't get any subs. I got a few likes, but it's kind of dead, you know. It's kind of dead. I need it to be alive, you know. So if it is, I'm in, man. I'm in. Let's do this. And I want to be, as I said, as advanced as possible. So the question for you, and you can let me know in the comments, is, do you really need to see every single level? Like even a snapshot? I do have recordings on stage 2, 3, 4, 5. Like one of them is a highway, so it's vertical, you know. Like in Vampire Survivors, you have the horizontal level, the library, right? Okay, well, there's a vertical level. There's one that's some sort of parking lot where you cannot really get out of there. In fact, the trials, not the trials, but the daily thing we'll do later, the second run of today, is one of those where you're stuck in a box. So these are the 4 evolutions that I have. I cannot have more than this. And as you can see, I'm able to kill the mobs. I do have space to move around. I'm not destroying everything, but I don't mind having to move around a little bit. I'm okay with it. And I was pretty sure I was gonna make it at that point. I don't have too much of a problem with bosses yet, because I do see variation in their patterns. And one thing I really like about this game is how diverse the bosses are. There's so many of them. I find there's a good amount of them, and their patterns differ. This one is actually much easier than the previous one. It just throws little pink pellets. You stay far, very easy to dodge, and I just run non-stop. That's why I like having the boots to run speed. That's why I get the soccer ball to get the evolution that comes with it. He's not a difficult boss. Previous one, you gotta concentrate. I almost got killed a few times. Anyways, you see he's very smooth now. So yeah. But that's done. Okay, and now we're going to, I think I'm gonna go straight to the daily event. Once again, oh, I think I'm going to open just one chest. I was too curious to see what I would get. By the way, I bought one of these 2680 gem thing, so 10 chests or whatever. I did that once. I think that's where I got the boots. Oh, the boots! I forgot to talk about the boots. Those boots, okay? If you kill a certain amount of mobs, oh my god. If you kill a certain amount of mobs, it increases your speed by like 30%, okay? So I would move, okay? And I'm using my mouse because it's BlueStacks. I would move and anticipate a turn, but then my run speed would change and I would run into mobs. It got me killed so many times, you know. Here in stage 6, I got frustrated. I mean, not necessarily killed, but hurt, you know, and it was one of the consequences of me failing, so that's why I'm not using those boots, those purple boots that you see sitting there. In case you were wondering, I hate those boots. I want to be able to predict the speed at which I'm going to run. So this is a daily thing, you can do it twice. That's for those who don't know. Not everybody watching is playing this game. And you get a lot of gold. The golden mobs and bosses, all the bosses are golden, give, and elite mobs, give gold. So that's all it is, you do it twice a day. It's very easy, no problem. So I just made a whatever build, you know. And I don't know if you can get the... I didn't notice it, but you know the ticket that helps evolve the Molotov cocktail? I don't recall ever getting it here. Maybe I was unlucky. So you can let me know in the comments. Can you get that gold? I called it a golden ticket. It's the thing that increases your chances of getting gold. Or the amount of gold that you get. That would be a marvelous thing to get here, right? Maybe they removed it to reduce RNG luck. That would make sense. I don't know. I'm speculating here. Attack plus 30%. Yeah, so was there anything else I wanted to say before we're done? Because almost done here. So I'll wait a little bit. I'll continue playing as the video goes, and I'll really pay close attention to it and look at the metrics and prepare next episode in advance. If I decide to put money in, I'll wait a little bit to make sure that the second video, that pilot episode, worked. And if it worked, I will invest some money in the game and will tell you how much I put. I always do that. I will show you what I bought. But I would prefer to go F2P. That's against what I do usually. Usually I always put some money in games. But in this game I feel like if you do well and you're far and you claim to be F2P, well, you claim, it will be the truth, you'll see it anyways. Well, I guess I could hide it somehow, but I don't, like, I'm not a child, I'm 41 years old, okay, I'm not gonna lie to you. But anyway, if I say I'm F2P and I did super well, it could attract a lot of viewers, probably. It's more impressive if you F2P. But I don't know, man, with this stage 6, I had a lot of trouble. I may have to put some money in, it's perfectly fine. I don't know how much I'll put, I don't know what I'll buy, I'll figure it out. And there's a thing coming soon, I don't know what that is, so that's probably a future update or something like that. So level 7 is the next thing I'll do. As soon as I'm done making this video, I'll go straight into stage 7. I'll record it just in case you really want to see a snapshot. I don't know if I'll get that 1200, by the way. If you really want to get a snapshot of every single level. Is that really necessary though? It's a bit repetitive, as I said, so I'd rather show you my progress every 5 or 7 days or something like that and show you, hey, here's my gear and let's try stage 9 or 10, you know, something like that. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please hit thumbs up and leave a comment below. If you want to support this channel, you can subscribe and hit the notification bell to make sure you don't miss future videos. Thank you for watching and see you next time.